What's up, people? It's Thursday, start of a new month. We're back in the UK now. I came back on Tuesday, long flight home. Didn't actually unpack yet. Went straight back to work the next day. So I've kind of been adjusting back to my normal routine. So I haven't actually been trading this week apart from Monday. And I was editing that video and I was going to throw it onto the next weekly vlog, but I thought, let's do something different. Let's do a reaction video to my trades. The good thing about documenting the journey for anybody that's thinking about doing it is you get to see and, watch back exactly how I'm behaving and coming to, certain trading decisions that are to my detriment. And, it's glaringly obvious the changes I need to make in certain areas. So yeah, reaction video this week. Okay, first time doing this. Hopefully the audio is not going to be too bad because I don't really have the setup. But yeah, let's go ahead and react to Monday this week. What's up, people? It is Monday, start of a fresh week. I'm looking at gold. It had a nice gap up and then a gap fill. There was a little bit of fundamentals behind this, but the bullish drive looks quite nice. I'm looking at a potential short on GU, and then gold, I'm looking at longs. I do have an alert at 2023. I just finished executing. Okay, so this was during the European session, European Open, I think. My bias is long on gold and short on GU. Obviously not at the same time because that wouldn't really be correlated with the strength or weakness of the dollar. So I was looking at a long on gold, but perhaps in the US session because price was already extended. And I took this short on GU. Yes, let's see how it goes. The GU short, I was hoping for a better price up here, but I'm fairly convinced that we're not going to get that pullback. Yeah, so I did frame the trade for, ideally I would wanted an entry around here, but judging by the lower time frame price action, I decided to enter further down basically. My stop is fairly tight, so I got in at this candle around 27.06. Stop is at 27.13. Yeah, we got about $350 risk. I haven't set a TP yet. I'm just waiting for a convincing break of 2700. I do believe price is done trapping people long. I did execute this on the 1 minute, but I will be managing this on the 15 minute, and I'm not giving it much room at all. So, I've had this trouble with the 1 minute time frame. That's what I've been trading on for the past year and a half. I said just now that I'm going to manage it on the 5 to 15 minute time frame, which you can see here. It's a 7 pip stop loss, and it's a bit aggressive. I should have gave this trade more room. It's a 1 minute stop loss, if that makes sense, not a 15 minute stop loss. So target wise, it's Monday. I would be willing to hold this if I see some convincing price action below this 2700 level, and I start seeing some strong pushes down. Then I will be looking to try and hold it until about 2660, 2670. So that's going to give us, actually, wait, I've got this the wrong. And another thing about Monday, obviously, I don't know if you can see clearly here, but coming into this week, the range was very tight. So that's kind of the reason, my reasoning for playing the trade fairly tight, i.e. not waiting for, a extended expansion up here. And that's why I'm targeting 2670, 2760. So like, I think it was like a 1 to 5, 1 to 6. 1 to 6.46. Nice.
Gold starting to head down now. That's interesting. So yeah, I'm looking at longs around 2023. So a sharp move.
So yeah, keep a note that I'm looking for longs at 2023 later on.
It would be nice. I would prefer like quite a sharp move. Would be what I'm looking for. And then we'll have like more of a swing trade on gold. It's developing really slowly. Basically, it's holding our level. So I did get a little heat earlier, swept a little bit above our entry.
I've just added another half size position and we're breaking below 0 now. So I've just added another position, half of my first position. So in total, I've got 7.5 lots. So that's quite a lot of size. And you hear me mention the 0 quite often because I do put a lot of importance to that level, and I think a lot of traders do. So I'm always taking note of like the price action in and around it. In this instance, I'm looking for a clean break, and I'm not expecting it to keep on testing above 0, which obviously I was wrong. Is going to trend down today. It should be able to hold below 0 from now on. Okay, so we did get stopped out of our trade. The stop did get moved from basically 27.13 to 27.09. I kind of saw this stop hunt coming, honestly, and okay, so we get stopped out of this trade. My original stop was 27.13, but I logged into all the different accounts to move my stop to 27.09. I'm out of the trade now, and I've took a reduced size loss. The trade copy art, I don't know if I would have cut the trade or not, but I kind of saw this little squeeze. But now we're respecting these levels. It's one of those tricky moments where I have a strong feeling that price is going to dump from here. But I know people are going to roast me for saying I've got a strong feeling price is going to do this and price is going to do that. It's just one of those things on a 1 minute chart that I get zoned in onto the price action. So I might be able to sense where the next few candles are going. But overall, I've kind of lost the picture, and I should have been managing this on the 5 to 15 minute time frame. But instead, I'm back down to the 1 minute, trying to justify getting in the trade again because I'm still got conviction because I didn't see price break any structure. But I'm trying to convince myself that a suboptimal entry, just because it could move in my direction pretty fast now, that it won't come back and test again or give me heat on the position. So I'm convincing myself I'm right, and I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be able to execute it, which is a shame. Yeah, we've had a little stop run. I don't think I was wrong putting on a little bit more size here, but I just wanted to get this on camera because these are the moments where you undergo stress in the market. You just get stopped out of a trade, you still have conviction in. And again, like having to like enter the positions, 7 different positions is crazy. So I don't know. I'm going to see what I'm going to do. I'm going to get ready. I want to jump in here. I want to jump in here, to be honest with you guys. I already know I'm jumping in. So guys, I just bit the bullet and re-entered just at 2700. I managed to execute the trade while it was floating around this level. So I'm looking for a quick breakdown. I still have conviction in this trade. That's why I've took it. I just decided not to hesitate. What's even worse is if you have a strong conviction and you see technically, okay, price is swept, it didn't break any structure. I'm justifying why I'm getting in the trade. If it started breaking past 27.13, then I'm not seeing the bigger picture. I'm too zoned in. Then I couldn't take another short. We don't really want to see any bounce back up. We want to see some follow through right here. So yeah, looking for 26.90 to get broken within hourly candle close. Also, another thing I like to do is like and the funny thing is, you can see here, price is moving in my anticipated direction. So I'm already thinking I'm right. I'm correct for getting into this trade. Nothing can go wrong. But yeah, the video is going to end here. Momentum into an hourly candle close. So we just need price to commit now to the downsides, unless we get a really mean stop hunt from GU then. And that's exactly what happened. Got a stop hunt again. I stopped recording here because I logged back into my accounts, executed 2 more scale-ins. So as you can see here, I scaled in aggressively on this last trade and I paid for it. It was a bigger loss than expected, I think 0.5%, 6%, and I was down in total 1% that day. It just came to 27.13 So it was a final test before it did make the move down to 2670, 2760, which was where my TP was. Now, if I framed the trade on the 15-minute properly, still executed on the 1 minute because I don't think these first executions were that bad, but I should have at least had my stop loss above the swing high, around 27.16, 27.15. So that's literally 2 pips, and that cost me a 2% trade. Now, as you can see, I didn't chase price. I did give up on GU like I said I would. So even though getting stopped out of this was annoying, I didn't really tilt. I just took the 1% loss. But I did execute that gold trade that I mentioned earlier. Price did come back down to 2023. It did stop hunt down, which was exactly what I was looking for. So it was to plan, so I executed. I know in the back of my mind, losing those 2 trades and losing that perceived profit potential, it made me want to be more aggressive in sizing on the next trade when I should have gave it the room it was supposed to have. My stop was at 2020, which was fairly tight, but yeah, we would have held the trade. But instead I scaled in too early. There was a final stop hunt, and obviously my stop was moved because I positioned a little bit too early, a little bit too large, due to taking those last losses. So that's the problem with scaling in. It has worked in my favor, but at the same time, when you have that size on, you adjust the stop to keep your risk the same, but the perceived profit that you have now is much larger. So when you mess up a trade and you miss out on that profit, it does have a tendency to affect my behavior in the next trade. And I paid for it again. This trade would have been clean. Actually, I'm going to show you on one of my FTMO accounts, because as you know, the trade copier hasn't been working for the last couple weeks, and I've been having to execute on 7 different accounts, which is a headache. But I actually forgot to size in one more time on one of the accounts. So my stop wasn't moved, and that trade played out. That trade hit target, or I took profit here, and this was a 2% trade. If I didn't mess around and scale in, I would have been up 1% on all of the accounts. There's a lot for me to learn. There's some glaringly obvious things I'm doing wrong in the areas of trade management and position sizing. I need to come back better. And honestly, I've got to re-strategize how I'm moving forward with this 1 million prop firm challenge. I'm going to share with you guys the changes I want to make, but more importantly, put those changes into action, which I have failed at so far. But gonna keep pushing. Next week, new video. I'm trying to be consistent with the content. This video was a little bit different, but yeah, I'll catch you guys next week.